Would you like a basic overview of how to live stream for beginners? Discover how simple browser-based streaming is and how no tech knowledge, that's right, none, no tech knowledge is needed whatsoever. And find out how you can easily stream to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and beyond at the same time. All you're going to need is a PC, a Mac, or any other desktop or laptop, and not necessarily a mobile phone, although sometimes that does work. We wouldn't recommend it. Whether you like to game, run streams for 24 hours, or one of many small YouTubers looking to elevate your video production, these tips will work for you. We would tell you about Restream.io later in the stream, but since we'll be using it today, let's give the lowdown now. I mean, right? So go over to livestreamingtech.com/restream for free access after you first stream. You will earn $10 in credit just for trying it out. And hey, you don't have to use that $10. You can continue to use it for free because honestly, if you're new to this stuff, get it free where you can. So why not give it a try and rewatch this stream if you need help using it. Again, that's livestreamingtech.com/restream. Walt, take it away.
Okay, so today, as Dale was saying, we'll be using Restream. Why Restream? Well, most of all browser-based live streaming tools work pretty much in the same way as Restream. We just prefer Restream, right, Dale? as they tend to have a bit more when it comes to customization and ease to use. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to sit there and talk Restream up too much because the free version versus the paid subscription, there's a big difference in the two. But today, for ease sake, we're just going to show you the regulars and not all the bells and whistles. So let's go ahead. Oh, did I fail to mention, Dale? Restream can also be used through OBS and Streamlabs. That's right. We prefer to have a bit more control over our live streams. So what Dale and I do is we will actually use Restream to aggregate that out to all different platforms, but we're still using OBS or Streamlabs, which we are a little bit more comfortable with because we have a lot more control when it comes to that. Not that you don't have totally non-control when it comes to using Restream Studio, as we're going to show you here today. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm going to click share screen here, Dale.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing we are going to want to do is we're going to want to set up our camera and microphone. So as you see here, I'm already logged in. I'm actually logged in under Dale at Live Streaming Tech. And this is the home page. This is literally used through a browser. You do not need to download anything. That is a bonus, Dale, when it comes to Restream, don't you say?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
So it's pretty self-explanatory. Start with Studio. You see the little camera image there? That's where we're going to click. And then what it's going to do, fortunately, it's going to call me Dale once it comes up, I'm sure. But Dale, I'm going to change the name. You just have to remember to change it back later. Actually, you know what? I'll keep it as Dale. So this is where we're going to set up our camera and our microphone. So we're going to go over here to settings. First, we're going to check the audio. Okay, it's going into my focus, right? And as you see, it's actually picking up the microphone. So we're good on that. Next thing we need to do is video. Okay, so obviously I'm using the Logitech Brio to talk to Dale through Zoom. So we're going to have to switch that. I have a couple other cameras here that we can use. And we are going to go to the Logitech StreamCam. And then you can choose the definition. Now, Dale, correct me if I'm wrong, but the free version, you can only go up to 720p at 30 frames per second. Am I correct?
That's correct. If you want to get the full high definition, that's Restream Pro. And we'll leave a link for access to a free week inside the description below.
Okay. And some reason it's not picking up my camera, Dale.
It's probably because we are streaming right now at this moment. So you have OBS open. So it's a resource hog. They should be able to find their camera there and it will activate.
Yes. Okay. It should have still picked it up though. I'm kind of annoyed. That's why I have 3 cameras. Okay. And then as I was saying with Dale, I could change the name here, but I'm going to leave it the same because my brother likes to jump into his live streams and not have to fiddle faddle with a lot of stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and hit enter studio. Just pretend it's Dale showing you this. So here we are. Now we're looking at the studio dashboard. This is where we can change anything and everything in here. Literally, you could do everything from this browser. So say you don't want to fiddle fat around with OBS or Streamlabs. You're like, hey, Walt, Dale, I just want to stream and I want to do it easy and cheaply. This is actually the way to go. So we need to set up our Restream channels. That would be the next thing to do. And actually, let's go back, Dale. Got ahead of myself here. Got all excited.
You were just fine. Edit destinations.
Oh, edit destinations.
Yep. Edit destinations. That's where you're looking for.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is where you can actually add a destination. You can add any of these channels you see here and plus more. As you can see, the more you pay, the more you unlock via this. But this is pretty much what you have. So in other words, if you want Twitter, anything like that, that's how you would add it. Here's the cool thing about it, though. You could actually toggle certain ones on and off. As you see, Dale has all of them turned off except for these down here. So that way, when he's going live with his self-publishing, all he has to do then is he comes through and clicks these all off. And since we're not live streaming everywhere, we can turn these off right now, right, Dale?
Yep, you're fine. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll just turn these off and we'll pretend that we are going to stream to his self-publishing with Dale. Why is this not going off? There we go. So then we can come up here. So this is a really cool feature that you could actually control what you want to stream through. So say you're going to do like a reactionary type video and you don't want to do Twitch, right? You just want to do YouTube and Facebook. You can do that. Or say you just want to do Twitch and YouTube. You're going to do some gaming, but you don't want to do Facebook. You can do that as well. And then you just close. So that's pretty much self-explanatory there. I'm going to try to go a little bit slower now. Let's see here. Update titles. All right, that's our next one. So we'll go back to the start with Studio. Mm-hmm. Of course, it's going to take forever now. All right, we're back. Oh, there's the camera. I forgot to click the unmute button. Don't you, dude? I get ahead of myself on some of these. Yeah. So y'all have a good laugh on me in the comments. Go ahead and pick those boogers and flick them down in the comments. Call me the boomer that I am. Okay, so what we want to do, oh, by the way, you can invite guests too. So here's the thing. Dale and I are on Zoom right now, but say we were just using Streamlabs, Restream. Most spoke big time on that one. Say we're using Restream Studio. I could actually invite him. So instead of us connecting on Zoom, I can literally bring him in. It puts him in a waiting room and I can bring him in and turn him off at any time I want. I can mute him. I can do this and that. It's great for interviews. So if you're the type of streamer that is looking to do interviews or talking head videos, this stuff is awesome right here.
Just a fair warning. If you happen to be sharing your Restream dash like we are right now, don't click that invite guests button because then everybody's got the link and then they're going to start.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay. So the next thing we want to do is we want to actually set up the stream, Dale. And let's see here.
You're looking at edit at the very top. It's right next to all of the different avenues near go live. They've changed the dashboard on you since you were
Yeah, they did. I was just looking at it the other day though.
Sorry, you got to get your old man glasses out, dude. It says edit.
Yeah,
there you go.
I do. There it is. Okay, this is where we would be able to change the title. So we're just going to say testing Restream. And then this is where you can put in your description. Now, this is Dale, tell them why we'd actually want to do this, why I type in a description.
Getting your description dialed in really helps out with search engine optimization, regardless of the platform that you're on. If you can really get this dialed in with the proper keywords and phrases that people want to find your video through, this is where you're going to want to do it. Now, obviously, Walt, for the sake of brevity, is just going to show just a generic and basic way of doing things. I would recommend for a good description, you want to have at least 3 to 4 sentences with about 5 to 6 good keywords that's going to be able to do some of the heavy lifting. But to keep things simple, what I would say is get something that's going to describe it in 3 to 4 sentences.
Yep, correct. So keywords is the big key feature. Think about it this way. Think as if you're just going to be streaming on YouTube. So what's going to happen now, this title and description, and then the content type, regardless of what platforms we go to, say it's Twitter, AKA Periscope. Actually, I think it is called Twitter again now.
It's Twitter.
Yep. Yeah. Twitch, YouTube, so on and so forth, Facebook. It's going to send this all out onto those platforms for you. So then we would hit next. Then this is, once again, you get to choose what platforms you want to go to. So this is a good opportunity to change everything, give it a quick look over and say, yes, this is what I'm wanting to do and what I'm wanting to go.
Let me show you something really quick. Actually, go back into that edit, and when you go and edit each one of the avenues, this is kind of cool. So go ahead and update it, and it's going to show all those selections. Go ahead and select one of those YouTube avenues. So you can actually customize each one of these descriptions. And in some instances, if you actually schedule an event, which is on the main page of Restream, you can actually upload a specific thumbnail. So I'll do like 5 different thumbnail iterations that will propagate out across each one of the platforms for the events. So I wanted to kind of point that out. Yeah,
you're an overachiever. Me, I'm going to be lazy about it. I'm going to use the same thumbnail, the same description and title. But no, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Go ahead and show the next really cool feature on this one. And I think it's a lot of fun and something that we don't get the pleasure of using in OBS or Streamlabs. It's the chat feature over on the right-hand side.
Okay, I'm getting to there. Okay, so the chat feature. Chat. Okay, so here's the quick thing I like to talk about on chat, Dale, because you know me. I love Restream chat. It's not about what's here. That's great. You know, anyone that types in from whatever platform you're streaming to, this is going to interact live. It's going to pop up and it's going to say what platform they're talking to you from. So you can say, oh yeah, so-and-so from YouTube. Thanks for dropping in. Or yay, thanks for the like over there on Facebook, so-and-so. So you can react to it, you know, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to multi-stream. I heard it's harder, this and that. That's the thing. This chat makes it dead simple. You really don't have to worry about it. It integrates it all for you. But here's the kicker part. You could actually download. Let me just open this real quick. You could actually download the Restream chat. It's an actual app that you can open, or you can embed it. That's right. If you're using, say, Streamlabs or you're using OBS, you could actually embed the chat in there. And that's what I love about it. But look, this is how plain Jane the chat is. This is it, literally. So you don't even have to worry about popping it out, or say you're using OBS and going through Restream to aggregate it out, but you're not using the studio, the browser part of it. You can actually download this. It's a very small file, but then again, a lot of times too. But here's the embed stream. You would just sit there and hit that, and it's going to give you a copy. I don't want it to pull up. Everyone see your link, Dale. Yeah. Anyway, so that's how we would do that. It will give you a link, and you can actually drop that in to your browser source through OBS or Streamlabs or any encoder that you happen to be using. It's great. And then you can move it around. You can put it wherever you want on your screen. Dale, you know, actually, before I was really using Restream to aggregate out. I was just using it to stream to Twitch. You know why? Because of the chat. It was so much easier.
Nice. They were ahead of their time on that one.
Oh yeah, and you could change the font and everything else. I mean, nowadays it's pretty common. It's pretty common to have any kind of third party or any kind of extension, Twitch extension.
Do me a favor. Now that, you know, let's say we're live streaming, and of course the chat is going to pop up and people are going to talk during that specific portion. So go ahead and left click on Restream.io's first comment there, and you'll see it'll pop up on the screen. So someone asks a question, boom, it pops up there. The nice thing is too, you also have another feature called captions. Well, left click on captions in the middle option between chat and graphics above.
Okay.
That you can actually put in different lower thirds, like go and buy my book, or go visit this link, or follow me on Twitch, by just like simply putting it in there. So that right there is
the six-time award-winning book.
Yeah. So you could see there's so much really cool things, but you know, I briefly touched on something that I think it's important we circle back around to. If you backtrack out of Studio Pro, let's look at the scheduling live streams feature.
That's where we're getting ready to get into. That's where I think it's fun, because the fact that this allows you to really get your creative juices flowing, to schedule an event ahead of time. And Dale, why do we say schedule events? Why do we say schedule streams?
Because then people can look forward and see where you're going to be at next, as opposed to just guessing where you're at. And also they get a good sneak peek at what you plan on doing.
Correct. You get that whole, you know, it might be content that they care less about, or it might be content that they really are looking forward to. So the thing is think about it this way. If you're throwing a party, you don't buy all the cake and ice cream and food and this and that, and don't tell anyone about it, because if not, it's going to be a party of you. So the thing is by setting up an event, you're basically saying, hey guys, I'm going to be live streaming, AKA throwing a party. You might want to show up. I got some cake and ice cream and balloons, and there might be a clown. And you know what? We might be able to pick some boogers and flick it at the clown, and that'll be just hilarious. But the thing is if you don't send out that type of invite or notify your viewers, then what's the point? So we're just going to click on schedule an event. Hey, look, Dale. Pretty self-explanatory. That's what Dale was saying. This is super, super easy. I know Walt the Boomer has kind of messed things up here, and I'm kind of fumbling around because I haven't used Studio.
In his defense, yeah, I use it most of the time.
Yeah, you use it. Yeah, as you've seen, Dale had all his stuff lined up. If you looked at mine, yeah, I still had the customization and stuff like that in mind, Dale, but unfortunately, I was locked out of a lot of it because I didn't upgrade.
Let's go ahead and see what this looks like.
Okay. So we got the stream directly from your browser. So here's the encoder. So say you're using OBS or any other type of live streaming encoder, such as Streamlabs or XSplit. This is what you would use here. And then you got video file, which this is kind of like YouTube Premiere, Dale, you know, where you would pre-record it. Then you would set it up to schedule it. So that way everything's recorded, everything's ready to go. And then you know what? Then you just sit back and you can type and answer chat. Because I know a lot of people sit there and think, well, why would you do that? Because here's the thing. Some people, especially when they start out streaming, they really get kind of flustered. They're focused on chat and they're trying to talk about what they're doing. And, you know, it can be overwhelming. So here's the thing. If you're really brand new to it, pre-record your content and just sit back and no one be none the wiser. Okay, so Restream Studio, let's go here. We're going to go direct from the browser. So once again, this is very similar to what we were doing before with the title and the description. So you would just type in testing Restream, description, come see me fumble through this walkthrough. There you go. And then obviously date, self-explanatory, and obviously pay attention to what time zone you're in. That's why it is kind of, we kind of skipped over that when you're going to set up Restream your account and stuff. It's going to ask you all that information, where you live, you know, that kind of stuff. So that way the time zone and everything matches. Here's the other cool thing. You can upload an image. So let's go in here. Let's grab a thumbnail. It's not going to match, but who cares? So here we go. Guess what? Yeah, we do have it right there. So then you can crop it, you can move it around, so on and so forth, but it looks good. There's like a little blue line there. I don't know if y'all can see that. We're gonna hit crop. Boom. Now we hit next. Then here, once again, you're going to select the channels that you're going to be streaming to. Now, here's the thing. I think, Dale, when it comes up, does it ask? So the other thing too is make sure, I know some people talked about this when we brought up Restream before, they didn't really want to connect their social media accounts to it. So their Twitter, their Instagram, and this and that. Here's the thing, definitely connect them, because when you do this and you set up this event, what does it do for you? Not only does it put those notifications out to the platforms that you're streaming on, but it's going to tweet that. It's going to tweet it out for you. It's going to put it on Instagram, so on and so forth for you, or LinkedIn, so on and so forth. So you get the word out there. That way people who necessarily aren't camping out on that platform, maybe they're not on YouTube for days at a time or Facebook for days at a time, they might follow you on Twitter. Boom, they get the notification. Oh, cool. Now I know which platform I can go to check them out. So then you just hit the create event and then it creates it for you. All right. Am I missing anything else there,
No, you
Dale?
got it pretty much. When you go into the schedule feature and it is scheduled, you'll be able to drop into that inside the actual schedule portion on the left-hand side. So you can actually see it kind of grayed out right now where it says schedule event. Left further over of that are the different icons. And then that will be where your scheduled event is and where you're going to have your entry point.
Yeah, right here. That's where Dale was talking about. So another thing here, Dale, did you know the feature that is there that you can actually do speed tests?
I was not aware of that, no.
I hope they still have it. If not, I'm gonna look like a jerk. So anyway, we're gonna come back into here. Oh, let's see here. Where is it at? Speed test. Let's see here. Go into settings. So hang on. Oh, no, right here. Settings, or you can hit S. And let's see if they still have it. I hope they do. They do not. Are you kidding me? No. Why did they do away with that?
I don't know. But why don't you go ahead and show people the speed test somewhere else where they can do it? That way they can be able to supplement for that.
Oh, hang on. We're in the wrong settings. Hang on. My bad. Everyone hang in there with me. Settings. Left-hand side. 3 dots. Streaming setup. Actually, hang on.
Yeah, you got the speed test right there, bro.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
All right. Get them readers out.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so what it's going to do right now is actually testing it. Oh, wow, that was quick. Usually it's a little bit slower. They must have actually enhanced it. So you have the auto detect. So this is, it's looking at the Restream servers. So we're not looking at Facebook. We're not looking at this and that, because you got to think you're going through Restream first, and then it's aggregating out to these other platforms. And it's obviously going to choose that best server for you or for them to get that speed there. So you could actually scroll down. And a lot of times, Dale, I like to hit Chicago. But as you see here, and as you see, it's updating in real time, 35 milliseconds for Miami versus Chicago. So actually, it would behoove me to actually use maybe the Miami server versus Chicago. But that's not that big of a difference. But as you can see, as you scroll through here, you know, there is a big difference between the different servers and whatnot. Here's the thing. When it comes to live streaming, whether you're using OBS, Streamlabs, Restream, always you want to see what is going to be the best server for you. Twitch, you can do this. YouTube, you can do this. Facebook, you can do this. I showed in one of our past live streams where we talked about this before. Okay, so setting up the social accounts and alerts. Let's bring that up. Here's your social alerts. And this is where you can connect your different accounts. So once again, like I said, a lot of people brought this up, Dale, when we brought up Restream before, which is, why do I want to connect my social accounts? I really don't feel that they have any business doing that. But what they do is they're going to tweet that information out for you, or they're going to throw it on Discord, or they're going to throw it on Facebook, all at the same time about that same stream.
Double check that social alert before you do fire off your second or third stream, because there's been times where I invite people to a stream I had going on like three weeks ago. So it's important that you always update that.
Okay, so this is going to be a matter of taste and preference, is the overlays that you could actually use when it comes to doing these different things. So you actually have the formats, which are down here. Once again, like I said, this is good for talking heads. Like if I had Dale in here, I'd put him over the left like we do the Zoom. If you have tons of people on there, you will actually put their little cams down there while you are the main cam, or you have the main person talking. You can move them around, this and that. Any of the graph, you could change the name, how it looks. I mean, I love all these different things. You could do the logos. Dale, I'm gonna throw one of your logos up here.
Yep.
So that's one of his logos. We can turn that one off. Oh shit, sorry dude, I didn't mean to delete that, my bad. It was the camera with the book one, dude. Yeah, so anyway, as you see though, you can add their little custom overlays. There's a bunch more. You can download your overlays and throw them in there as well. They have different video clips that you can use, like kind of like stingers, kind of like transitions, different backgrounds, so on and so forth. Like I said, this is stuff that you can go through on your own. It's all a matter of taste and what you can do. My recommendation is, you know, if you're starting out and you're just wanting to jump into it quickly, go ahead and use some of their features that they have in there. But later on, you're going to want to upload your own custom things. Like you see me delete Dale's little bug there. So he's probably pissed at me now. I should stop bringing that up. Okay, so once you're ready, once you're already set, say I like it, I'm ready to go live. Let's go live to Dale's channel.
Yeah. Confuse the heck out of everybody.
At any rate, you would just click this button, go live. I'm not going to do that because Dale's going to be really pissed at me because I'm going on his YouTube channel and whatnot. So Dale, do we have any questions in chat? Since I've
we've got no Q&A. You can go ahead and jump out of that screen share there.
Okay.
And remember, folks, if you want to try out Restream, hit the link inside the description. It's also livestreamingtech.com/Restream. I briefly mentioned if you want to get a pro access upgrade, so some of those things that we said is accessible only at the pro level, try it out for a week. Worst case scenario, you don't like it, you don't need a credit card or anything. They just downgrade you back over to the free account. So literally, it's the same link, but you put pro at the end of it. livestreamingtech.com/Restream Pro. You get 1 week free. That's our gift to you for hanging out with us, for sure. It has been a blast. It's always overwhelming at first, and I know When was the last time you've been in that dashboard, bro? Like you were like, oh, I got this, no problem, no problem.
Yeah. That's the sad thing about it, because when I did the notes up, I would say 90% of it was from memory. So my memory obviously didn't serve me correctly. Thanks, Restream. Thanks a lot. Updating all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of the features were still there. Like I got really nervous about the run the test. I was like, that was one of the features I loved on it. And it's like, it's still there. So it's just, you have to go a different way to get to it.
I recall it being there. I just never used it before.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I almost never have.
You know me, I'm all about testing your speed and what servers are going to work best for you. Because a lot of times, a lot of people, they have everything dialed in on their PC or their laptop. And then they go to stream and they're like, oh my God, my stream looks horrible. And it's like, because you're streaming a Hong Kong server.
Ooh, here's a good tip too. When you're using Restream's studio, make sure you double check under settings what you have your camera quality at. This is a lesson I learned week before last. I went live on an impromptu like announcement for self-publishing, and it was at 480p. No, not 420, man. No, it wasn't time for cannabis, buddy. No, it was 480p, and you know the funny thing is the broadcast gets done. I thought, oh my gosh, it's probably still processing. And I'm like, waited 2 days. Well, maybe it's still processing. No, I went in there. It's 480p. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me. I've got this 4K freaking camera and I'm streaming at 480p.
That's a good story, dude. That's a good story. So yeah, definitely always check your settings. Make sure you have your camera unmuted. That's another thing. I'm like, why is it not showing my camera? I got 3 different cameras and I know they're all working. So, but at any rate, that was a fun.
What are you using right now? Because it's blurred and out of focus right now. You might have to like recenter it. There, maybe. You're gonna have to switch to another camera.
Hang on. I'll switch it real quick here.
This is what we do live on the air, man.
Hang on. Wow.
If you got Restream still open, you're gonna have to ditch that.
Yeah, I just realized that, and I got the other camera facing the wall, so that's not going to work either.
It's so important too. This actually brings up a great tip and a good point here that if you are using multiple software, so for instance, you want to run OBS, but you're going to have a Zoom meeting. So for instance, right now, Walt and I are technically inside a Zoom meeting, and I'm just screen capturing this through OBS. Now, this is for more advanced people, not newbies, but just to kind of let you know how we're kind of working this. Before I even open up OBS, I have to open up Zoom, because as soon as OBS comes out, OBS is like mine, and it won't let that camera go.
And that also goes for using multiple encoders. So for instance, when I'm doing a Streamlabs tutorial, I'm using Streamlabs, then I have OBS open. And, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. It's like it starts stacking up or whatever. But if you do have multiple cameras set up or whatever, you just have to choose what camera, which each software is going to use. Yeah,
audio is the only thing that will propagate across each one of those. Just make sure that if you're recording anything, that you mute one of those other areas. You might have noticed as Walt was doing the Restream behind the studio dashboard, unfortunately, I think there were some discrepancies, like a little bit of interference, and I think it because you were using Restream at the same time as doing Zoom. So it wasn't too terrible, but it was enough that people can kind of notice this. And see, the reason why I'm sharing this is not to embarrass Walt. It's just to kind of show you that live streaming can sometimes just be a tightrope walk, and you just try to do the best that you can. Well, hey, man, it looks like we don't have any other things to talk about.
Well, then make sure to click the link in the description, because...
Well, you're going to get Restream for free. I mean, why not? And you can get 1 week free.
Let us know what you think.
Restream Pro. You can go to livestreamingtech.com/Restream for the free account, or you can do 1 week for free on the Pro plan, livestreamingtech.com/Restream Pro. By the way, click over Walt's face. That's his next video, and honestly, it's going to be entertaining. I promise you, he doesn't mess up in that one that much. And then hit my face to subscribe to this channel. We'll see you guys and gals next week.